Have you ever had that feeling that there were great pieces of information contained in podcasts that you just didn't have the time to listen to, or there were podcasts that you listened to, you love the information in them, but there was no way to take it down or take notes? Maybe you're doing something else. Well, podcast search has been really the weak point in this medium until now. We are going to show you today the way that we can find information buried in all of the 750 episodes of the Unnoticed Entrepreneur Show, and how we can then access information not just from one show at a time, but across all of the shows that have been recorded. This is a new app called Horsy, Horsy, and the founders are based in Germany, an innovator there called Hitesh. And Hitesh and I connected with one another on X, or as we knew it before, Twitter, because I was commenting on the challenge of getting the information from old podcasts to be relevant and to be accessible today. And he reached out to me to talk about the solution that they've got. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you my screen, and this is hosted at theunnoticed.horsy.cc. And you will see it says, get direct answers and quotes straight from the Unnoticed Entrepreneur Show. Finally, a better way to find real answers hidden in my podcast. This is very, very simple. There's a dialog box saying, ask a question. And then it has on the screen, let's be honest, you're tired of no search engine for my audio, forgetting or not even finding valuable insights, and not be able to discover the kind of content in the format that we can use. The solution is Horsey, and we can tap in now to the expertise of not just one guest at a time when they've appeared, but all of my guests from whenever they've appeared. This is the difference between having a shovel and going digging for the information and having a magnet and holding that magnet over the huge rock loads of podcasts and just having it draw out the gold by the Horsey magnet. We can access direct expert quotes. So what it's doing is it's finding quotes made by the guests, and it's time stamping those, and it's finding them in the videos because it's actually doing the indexing of the YouTube videos, and it's giving us the timestamps as well. So it's not just summarizing what someone said, it's actually pulling the quotes. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples later on. The next is that we have the ability to discover key concepts, because what happens is if we search either for a particular podcast or for a particular topic, Horsey will then go and look and find the topics that were discussed related to that key concepts. That's amazing. And then we can find the quote timestamp. So we can find the exact moment that the question that we gave Horsey to find has been answered. So it's not just from one episode anymore. It's from the entire catalog of shows that I've hosted. So what's also plainly useful with this is that Horsey is only indexing my show catalog. I can ask a question, for example, what are the elements of SEO, for example? And across the screen, I will see a prancing horse. And before it's gone to the other side there, it's given me the responses. What it's done is summarized in a kind of GPT style. It's given me what are the elements of SEO, and then SEO, search engine optimization, is a multifaceted discipline aimed at improving website visibility and search engine results. And it's given me a paragraph of a description, and then it's given us the primary elements: quality content, and it has 3 bullet points, each one with descriptions. And then each one of those has a number of different assets, a number of different points in the various videos that are on my website and on my YouTube, where there are answers to back these things up. So under multimedia elements, for example, of quality content, there are 3 resources. It then has, for the second, keyword research with 2 bullet points, and then on-page SEO with 2. And then number 4 is link building. Number 5 is technical SEO. And then it has a quote, engaging people to stay on the site should include images or videos to get the value that they're looking for. And then it says that is
piece that
at
gives
point
value
6. And you just heard there, it's going to play the video with Senthil Kumar from who's in Australia, who talked about building a multi-million-dollar business for search engine mastery just 15 days ago. I can then, if I want to, search key concepts that were in the video with Senthil. And then I've got the fundamental principles of SEO. The keyword research is key. Quality content is more important than constantly creating new content. Using AI for inspiration. And you get the idea. It's got the 6 key concepts in that conversation. So what it's also done is to suggest some extra questions. So for example, how long does it take for SEO behavior to change? And now that horse is galloping once again across my screen as it is finding the content for me. And again, we've got these amazing descriptions of the content according to that initial prompt being found across now some 850 podcasts. So this is a new tool that I want to share with you because this is going to change the way that we can access information. It turns out really that for me, content creation is no longer the barrier that it used to be because of podcasting, because of the technology, because of the accessibility. The next frontier really is going to be, how do we navigate all this information? How do we find the information that we want that is in this vast ocean of content? Horsey is transforming the way that you can access content from my podcast. This is a brand new app that I'm a beta tester for, and Hitesh has kindly shared with me the opportunity. So you can find this at Horsey. And so you can find this at theunnoticed.horsey.ai, and you will see really that this transforms the way that you can use podcast content. The host has to have subscribed to this platform. It's not like GPT, but what it is doing is giving hosts like me the opportunity to add value for you as the listener, because you will now be able to interrogate the archive of 750 episodes that I have and ask it actual questions to get real results. I talk again about the magnet. The prompt is the magnet, and it will draw out for you the answers that you really need that make the Unnoticed Entrepreneur a powerful resource. So encourage you to have a look and a tinker. The link is in the show notes. Do let me know how you get on and give me any thoughts about how it can be improved. Hitesh and I are working on workflow. And of course, there are all sorts of ways that this could be better and improved. But for now, this is a huge breakthrough. which is why I wanted to have a solo episode today, because this is going to change the way that you relate to my podcast. And when other hosts have it as well, it'll change how you relate to their podcast too. So, as always, I'd love to hear from you. You can send me a text message. There is a link at the top of the podcast in the show notes saying send a message. That will just open your messenger on your phone. Send a message. Let me know how you feel about Horsey. And in the meantime, I just do encourage you to keep on communicating.